User Requirements Specification, a document that defines what a proposed system must be capable of doing to solve the problems of a defined set of potential users of such a system. It should be completely independent of any solution-oriented bias and must be terminology from the problem domain of the users. It must be understandable by the intended users who must buy into it. System Requirements Specification is a document or a set of documentation that describes the feature and behavior of a system or a software application. It documents every operation and dictates how software should behave. It can be as detailed as what a button should do and should be as complete and correct as possible. The purpose of a specification document is to describe the behavior as well as the different functionalities of an application or a software is in a specific environment. Affinity Diagram, a tool that is used to organize data gathered from a brainstorming session, research meeting, etc. under meaningful categories that are based on a common relationship or themes. The affinity diagram can be a useful tool whether you are brainstorming ideas, sorting through research data, improving a process, or solving a problem. Force Field Analysis is a useful decision-making tool that helps entrepreneurs analyze the forces for and against a change and help you make your own decision. Force field can be used for two main purposes. First is to decide whether to continue with the change, and second is to increase your chances of success by strengthening the force that support change and weakening the forces that are against it. Cause and Effect Analysis. Professor Kaoru Ishikawa created cause and effect analysis in the 1960s. The technique used a diagram-based approach for thinking through all of the possible causes of a problem. There are 4 steps to using the tool. Identify the problem. First, write down the exact problem you face. Where appropriate, identify who is involved, what the problem is, and when and where it occurs. Work out the major factors involved. Next, identify the factors that may be part of the problem. This may be the system, equipment, materials, external forces, people involved with the problem, and so on. Identify possible causes. For each of the factors you considered in step 2, brainstorm the possible causes of the problem that may be related to the factor. Analyze the diagram. By this stage, you should have a diagram showing all of the possible causes of the problem that you can think of. You'll find this method is particularly useful when you're trying to solve problems. Pareto chart analysis, a statistical graphical technique used to map and rank business process problems starting from the most frequent to the least frequent, with the ultimate goal of focusing efforts on the factors that produce the greatest impact overall. Pareto charts are very useful for managers and figuring out problems in the workflow process. Pugh chart is a tool used for evaluating multiple options against each other. Rather than the basic consideration of the pros and cons of each funding option, the Pugh chart gives the holistic overview of the needs, goals, and the other important criteria for the team versus the available alternatives. Ranking the criteria keep the team's focus and reveals winners and losers at an early stage. Quality Function Deployment is a system with the purpose of translating and planning the voice of customer into the quality characteristics of products, processes, and service for reaching customer satisfaction. Quality Function Deployment is a powerful prioritization tool that combines several different types of matrices into one form of a house-like structure. It is just another way to design processes that produce products or a service that satisfy the customer. Stage.